Welcome to the live chat. Welcome to everything. I hope I have a chat. Uh, I never know how to do that. I'm so sorry. I'm so inept. Pop chat, no. Live chat is what I want. Live chat. I'm here. Hello, everybody. Love y'all. Hope y'all have had wonderful, wonderful holidays. And we're going to knit a row or two tonight and have a wonderful time. If you imbibe, imbibe. If not, go get you some water, get you a diet soda, as the Slayton sisters would say, and just help yourself. I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about tonight. Well, I do have some things. I've y'all. Most of y'all know I come from Girl World, and Chantel's back, and that's a whole shit show. Sorry, I don't want to. That's not my thing. But yeah, she's not my thing either. But she's back, and don't know what it is that's going on with her. But yeah, it is what it is. And so, anyway, we're going to do. Let me see. Oh gosh, I've lost my pattern. Y'all know I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, last night I think we did row 16, which is a repeat of row 4 on section 2, and tonight we're going to do row 17, which is a repeat of row 5 on section 2. Hopefully tonight we'll do 17 and 18, and then we will go forward from there. Okay? Oh gosh, where'd my knitting go? Okay, this isn't good. Oh, I know where it's at. Stay. Talk amongst yourselves. I forgot I knitted in the other room last night. Look, I found it. Yay. I feel like my lives are like Carol Burnett going live and everybody is laughing and not staying on script. I don't have a script, but you know what I mean. So row 5 is knit 3 yarn over, knit to marker, and then make 1. Slip marker and knit 1, and slip marker and knit to the last 3, yarn over and knit 3. So that's what we're going to do. This sounds fun. Hey, okay. So I was born in 1963. So I'm like very, 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 very end of the baby boomers. But again, with my name, you can see Hippieista. I love all things hippie. Hello, cat. Well, you just need to go out there on YouTube and find knitting. I put some stuff on knitting. I pinned on my community tab a beginner's knitting. Go out there and get after it. It's not hard. If I can do it, anybody can. So anyway, again 1963, end of the baby boomers, but man, I wanted to be a hippie. I still do. I still think of myself as a hippie, okay? So I've been watching all this hippie stuff, and I have learned a whole bunch of things that I really never knew. Some things are mundane, some things aren't, but I learned yesterday, and I mean, all of the stuff I watch is on YouTube, so you can just put in hippies. That's how hippie documentaries. That's how I found most of the stuff. But did y'all know that the Doors were not at Woodstock? If somebody had asked me that before yesterday, I would have bet my bottom dollar that the Doors were at Woodstock, but they weren't. So that's one of the things that I learned, and I've always had an affinity for Janis Joplin because she was born and raised 56 miles down the road from me in Port Arthur, and that's something that our area is proud of. Uh, Major talent, major talent, and also part of the, what is it, the 27-year club, where all these people died when they were 27. She died. Morrison from the Doors died at 27. James Dean died at 27. I don't even know who all. Uh, lot, that's a thing. The 27 Club, that a lot of people died when they were 27. Uh, but anyway, that's just one of the things I've been watching, been looking into. Lots of good music. Oh, Kat, was Amy Whitehouse 27 as well? I did not know that. I'll have to look that up, but I love me some Amy Winehouse. And if you have not gone and watched some of the documentaries on her, that is also very interesting. And oh Lord, what a talent we lost at that time. But any of these people that I'm talking about that we've lost uh, were major talents. And I'm just so sad that we don't have them today to know what their full repertoire would have been. Because they were so unbelievable at that point, or at the point in time when their life ended. And that's just a really sad thing. Okay, so how many people ate Christmas leftovers today? I know this is 2 days after, but we didn't do our Christmas until yesterday on Boxing Day, and our Christmas dinner, and it was yums. So yeah, last night I made turkey quesadillas for my husband and myself with the leftover turkey. Today for lunch I had macaroni and cheese from yesterday. It was good. What else is going on in the world? I haven't really been paying a whole bunch of attention because of all the Christmas stuff going on. But yeah, I have been watching all this hippie late '60s stuff. Yes, Cat, absolutely. Monterey uh, Pop Festival, you are going to find some amazing. Just like if you watch the 3 days of Woodstock on, I think you can watch it on YouTube. I'm not sure. I don't know where I've watched it, but I've watched it many times. But 3 days of Woodstock and the Monterey Festival, you're going to see some amazing performances. Oh, I know one of the things I wanted to talk about. Crosby, Still, Nash, and Young had gotten together like, I don't know, a few weeks, maybe a few months before Woodstock. Their first major performance on a stage together was an hour-long performance at Woodstock. Can you imagine? I mean, talk about baptism by fire. That is baptism by fire right there. Okay, I'm to the beginning of the marker. Knit one, make one, slip marker, knit one, slip marker, make one, and then we're going to knit again. But yeah, I couldn't believe that Crosby, Still, Nash and Young, that was their very first like really major stage performance. I just you just don't know. You just don't know what's going to make you. And that's just amazing. And it made their career. Woodstock, I don't think Woodstock made a whole bunch of people's careers. They already had careers. But Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, yeah. And again, if you have not watched the 3 days of Woodstock, and again, I think it's on YouTube, but I could be wrong. It may be on Netflix, it may be on Prime. I don't, just go find it. It is amazing. And the reason why I've gotten all these little tidbits of trivia, because I'm a trivia person, is that, okay, that's right, Kat. You're so right. That is so right. Putting Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young together, it wouldn't have mattered if they had been together 2 seconds. That talent would have made everything. But I've been watching different documentaries on YouTube, and the last one I watched was the demise of Laurel Canyon, because all these people lived in Laurel Canyon, and that's absolutely a thing you can go watch on YouTube. The demise of Laurel Canyon, and I mean everybody lived there. The monkeys lived there. Uh, the Doors lived there. Just anybody and everybody lived there. And they just all commingled together, got together, did songs. I mean, James Brown, I didn't know this, that one of the Eagles songs, their first hit, which now I'm sorry, I cannot think of what it's called. Uh, James Brown wrote all of it except for like 3 words that Henley or Fry put in there. Like 3 words. But who knew? I thought the Eagles wrote all of their songs. So maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. But, and then I think of the fact that Linda Ronstadt lived there, and I did get to see her in 80, 81. and it was phenomenal. But can you imagine seeing her in the Troubadour with Glenn Fry and Henley behind her as part of her band? Can you imagine that? I mean, I got to see Alabama at that point in their career where they were fighting, where they were trying, where they were doing. And it was amazing. And I've always thought back how wonderful it would be to have seen a whole lot of people at that point in their career. Not when they've made it, but when you knew they were amazing and they were going to make it. Like pulling up to some piano bar and seeing Billy Joel. Come on. Billy Joel's my hall pass, in fact. Uh, I've always had that with my husband that if at any point I can get with Billy Joel, he's my uh Kat, I'm a little bit older than you. I'm 61. Uh but yeah, Alabama at that point was amazing. But still what I would have given to see Billy Joel at that stage in his career. Barbara Streisand in Soho. I have got to see Barbara Streisand uh, a few years back. She came to Houston, and I couldn't believe because I never thought I'd ever, ever get to see Barbara Streisand, and I did. And just like I thought, I cried through most of it because to me, that's one of the greatest voices, if not the greatest voice that God and talent that God has ever given us. And I've been a Streisand fan since I don't know. I was 12, 13. There you go, Kat. Yes, I've been to some great concerts. A lot of the concerts that I went to uh, were in big venues, but I also got to see a whole lot of people, country people, at Gillies in Pasadena. That was where I was raised. I mean, this is the area I was raised in. And in my formative youth, because I've always been legal from the time I was 18. In Texas, when I was 18, you were legal. Then they raised it to 19, and I was legal. And then they raised it to 21, and I was legal. So I've never been not legal since I was 18. And, oh, Kenny Rogers. Oh, yes. Kenny Rogers was great. I've seen him a couple of three times at the Summit in Houston, which is now where Joel Osteen and his lot are. But yeah, no, Kenny Rogers, great concert. But yes, I don't even know who all I have seen at Gillies. I don't even know how many times I've seen Willie Nelson, but no, I saw him at Gillies. You know, it was that was just the thing in this area at that point in time, and you just went to Gillies and you hung out. You had a great time. I would say drink a few beers, but I cannot stand beer. I can't. Just never have. Pretty sure that was a disappointment to my father. Uh, because of our German background. But anyway, yes, Kenny Rogers. Uh, Let me see who all else. John Denver. Oh, the best concert I've ever. The best concerts There, there you go. The best concerts that I ever went to, ever, were Neil Diamond's. Neil Diamond's concerts were phenomenal. And he wasn't even necessarily one of my favorite singers, as far as like listening to him on the radio, on the whatever. Um, but man, live, there's nothing. There is nothing like a Neil Diamond concert. And I've seen him several times at the Summit and then at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Um, and he's amazing. Very good, Kat. Yes. Go, Kat, and look out on YouTube or just an internet search. I'm sure there are some of his concerts that are out there. I don't know if it will be get you the same uh, feeling as when he's performing, when you're there, but it will be different than just listening to a CD or, whatever. Uh, oh God, and then I've seen uh, who all else have I seen? Oh, fourth row. I had fourth row ticket. Fourth row tickets for Journey. And this is when you had to go stand in line and get tickets. It wasn't this, punch something on a, whatever. That's how old I am. But fourth row tickets for Journey. And oh gosh, that was a phenomenal, phenomenal concert. Love Journey. Oh, that's good. Um, who else? The I guess when hold on, let's start knitting another row. I just wanna finish this so we can get on to knitting a sock. I want y'all to knit a sock with me. But I want to finish this shawl at some point. Okay, we're gonna do row 18, which is a repeat of row 4, which is knit 3 yarn over purl to the last 3 stitches and knit them. So yes, row 18 is going to be easy, easy, easy. Okay, now we're going to have some good times. Stevie Nicks. God, I love Stevie Nicks. Such a talent. To me, anybody who can sing and write a song, or maybe let's change that around. If you can write a song and you can sing, that is talent. Uh, I think I could pick up anybody's song and sing it. But so we're going to knit 3, we're going to yarn over, and now we're going to start purling. Okay, Stevie Nicks, first album, first tour. Uh, it was a great concert. Oh, Rick Springfield. I got to see Rick Springfield too. Oh, Kat. Yes, 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 I did. It was lovely. I love me some Rick Springfield. Oh God, we are from the same place. But anyway, Stevie Nicks at the Summit, packed house, and she was just a singing, 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 and all of a sudden, don't know what she was on, but she was on something, 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 and she fell off the stage. Yes, she did. She fell off the stage, but she got right back up and kept right on going. It was lovely. It was a great concert. That was a great concert. And fortunately, I never saw Fleetwood Mac altogether. And of course, rest in peace, Christy McVie. That would not be possible at this point. But uh, I think I've always been more of a Stevie Nicks fan than a Fleetwood Mac's fan, a Fleetwood Mac fan. So I did get to see Stevie, and that was a great concert. Uh, let's see, who else have I seen? Neil Diamond, Billy Joel. Billy Joel many, 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 many times. Many, 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 many. Uh, John Denver. I got to see John Denver at the summit, and that was wonderful. But then I got to see John Denver later on in life when he performed with our symphony here in Houston at Jones Hall. And yes, you're right. Lindsey Buckingham could, yeah. Um, but John Denver with the symphony in Jones Hall, which is our, high end symphony performance, whatever, here in Houston, with all the acoustic. It's not a concert hall. It's not the Summit. It's not the Toyota Center. It's not the whatever. Um, oh, it was it was beautiful. And that is one talent that I am so sorry is gone, because he was a talent. Oh, and uh, why can't I think of his name? Anyway, never mind. Brain fart. I'm old. Senior moment. Yes, it was. Cat. I absolutely agree with that. It was undervalued. John Denver wrote some amazing songs. John Denver was a major talent, and it's just so sad that his talent is gone. Oh, the another person that I saw at Jones Hall, which has nothing to do with music. Oh, but because I've seen a couple of non-music people at Jones Hall. That's where they bring people of note to do, you know, to be on stage, to do their own thing. Got to see, thank God in heaven, I got to see Anthony Bourdain, my beautiful kitty that you've seen in a couple of photos on my thumbnails. Tony. Tony's real name is Anthony Bourdain, and our last name. And I got to see Anthony Bourdain give his stand up, whatever you want to call it. And I'm so happy that I got to do that. Also at Jones Hall, I got to see Margaret Atwood, the author of The Handmaid's Tale. And I have a MFA in literature. And the fact that I got to sit for hours in the same room with Margaret Atwood was second to getting to sit in the same room with Barbara Streisand. And Yeah, that was amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Amazing woman, amazing writer. Hey, are you serious? How are you doing, sweetie? Our our foodie's back. Don't know what for, but she's back. Um, we're doing good over here. We're just knitting, knitting, knitting. Probably not going to be too much longer. Are you serious? I'm not like you. I can't. I don't think I could ever do one of those 3 hour live streams. I can talk. I really can talk. Of course, with a Texan accent, but I can talk. So anyway, yes, I got to see Margaret Atwood at Jones Hall, and that was, yeah. Let me see, who else have I seen in concert? Oh, I did get to see Linda Ronstadt in concert, and that was either in 81 or 80 or 81. I know I was a senior, and that would have uh, that would have spanned 80 and 81. So I don't know when we went. Our whole volleyball team went, and oh yes, she was phenomenal. That is one of the best voices ever, ever, ever. Is Linda Ronstadt's. Uh, and again, I've seen a whole bunch of country stars at Gillies. I just can't remember uh, who all they were. I mean, there's so many back in the day. Oh, I got to see the monkeys. I did at Astro World. They were at Astro World, and I got to see the monkeys. Oh, AYS, that's wonderful. Yes, I did get to see the monkeys. Thank you for reminding me of that. Because I can remember, this is how old I am. I can remember every Saturday morning getting up and watching cartoons and then watching the monkeys. I was so in love with Davy Jones, you would not. But I mean, I guess probably ever young girl in the world at that point was in love with Davy Jones. So yes, but uh, yeah, I got to see the monkeys. Got to see Air Supply at Six Flags. Oh yes, Mickey was good. Yes, Mickey, Mickey, Mickey. Um, I'm trying to think. I have seen so many. I mean, I was one of those kids. I didn't do drugs. I didn't drink a lot, but I loved going to concerts. I loved going to Gillies and dancing. Uh, Not hooking up, not that kind of person. Just dancing. Uh, Maybe riding the bull. We're gonna slip the marker. We're to the marker. We're gonna slip the marker. We're gonna purl, slip the marker, and keep purling till we get to the last. Um, I did cry the day. Oh, I said, yeah, Kenny Rogers. Yes, Kenny Rogers at the state. I do not know who my first concert is. I really don't. I cannot tell you who the first live person that I've seen was. I can't. They just kind of at this point all muddle in my head, and I remember. Oh yes, I've seen them. I've seen them. I've seen them, and uh, Ooh, that sounds lovely. Love me a shawl. Woody. Woolly. Woolly. I love that. Woolly. Woolly. We're knitting woolly shawls. Yes, we are. That's a, I love that name. I love it, love it, love it. This is so much fun. I love y'all hanging out with me. Everybody, please tell everybody you know if they want to sub up to me, watch my videos, give me some likes and love, subscribe. I want to get to where I'm monetized. I really do. Okay. Well, of course, the Bark Street Boys are more important than all of us. And Kenny J, I just saw you in there, sweetie. How are you doing? Love you. Love me some Kenny J. If y'all aren't uh, Wooly and Catsy, if y'all are not subscribed to Kenny J or AYS, please go out there and find them and subscribe to them. I've got to get me some moderators so that people can pin people while I'm in here. Uh, I will figure that out maybe before the next live. And yes, these are two fine people. And Wooly, if you have a or and Cat C, if y'all either one of y'all have channels that you post on, please uh, put them in the comment section. Uh, so that we can all go out there and find your channels and give you a go because, Lord, I didn't know how hard it was to get this started. Maybe it's easier if you're doing something dramatic like Girl World or whatever. Uh, and uh, and AYS, no, I probably am not. Once I finish this row, I'm probably going to give it a go. Because I've got a sore throat and I'm losing my voice. Um, I don't know what has been going on here in our town. I think it's probably allergies, but man, you're just going downhill from everywhere. Thank you, AYS. I hope so. I've learned from you and Kidney J and others. I've learned from the best. So there you go. I can only be myself, Kat. I can only be myself. I don't even know how to be anything else. So I hope people just learn to love some knitter and cooker from Texas, Southeast Texas, and go with it. You take care of those pooches, AYS. The Bark Street Boys are as much a part of YouTube as the rest of us. And if they need to go out and be wild in the snow, then they need to go out and be wild in the snow. Don't know why they would want to, but it is what it is. Yep. So, Wooly, please in the comment section put like after we're through with the live stream, put the shawl that it is that you're working on. I would love, love, love to go look at it. Oh, that's cute. Okay, okay, Kidney J. Now that you told that story, I got to tell my kitty story. Um, One of our dear friends was going through a bad time in their life, and we had to have them over for. We didn't have to, but we had him over for dinner, and I have a bar over here that I usually, if I'm doing something like that, I set out all the food on the bar, serve yourself, go sit at the dining room table. Okay, so I had done a roast, and I don't even know what the sides were or whatever else. Uh, but the roast is the main thing in the story, okay? And, we had done our plates, we had eaten, we had even gotten up and gotten coffee and dessert. So we're pretty much done. And we're just sitting there at the table talking, having a good time, like one does, you know, when you're entertaining. Well, not, I don't even think of it as entertaining. We had a friend, a very close friend, over. So we're just sitting there talking, and I look over at the bar, and our cat at the time, who was named Other Kitty, that's a whole other story that I'll do another day. Other Kitty at that point was helping himself to the buffet on the bar, mainly the roast. And I just thought, oh God, I'm going to just crawl under the table. I can't believe this is happening. And then I thought, oh no, I don't need to even be embarrassed because our dear friend who was here was a veterinarian. He absolutely understood what was going on, had no qualms about anything. Of course, I couldn't use the rest of the roast. But yeah, that was just something that happened. It was hysterical. But yeah, I just thought, oh God, thank God he's a vet, and he knows and loves animals, and this isn't a big deal for him. If it had been anybody else, they probably would have been running out the door. But yeah, no, you got to plan your meals uh, to fit the people that are coming. And oh God, that was so funny. And I guess I'll have to go ahead and tell you, okay, because I've ended this, and then I'm gonna tell y'all why he was named Other Kitty, and then we'll probably end the stream. Yes, perfect guess, perfect guess. If you have kitty boos that are gonna do something like that, just make sure that everybody you invite is a veterinarian. Okay, the reason why Other Kitty was named Other Kitty is because we didn't have kitties at that point, and the people across the street had a orange kitty, and his name, they named him Stupid. That was his name, was Stupid. Didn't have anything to do with us, but Stupid. But they weren't always the best cat people, and I always felt sorry for Stupid, so I would put food out for Stupid out the front, in front of our garage. And I would talk to Stupid, and oh yeah, we called him OK for short. Well, our vet did, but not us. We called him Other Kitty. So anyway, then they got this Other Kitty, and my son was probably 8 or 9 at the time, and we've been like not fostering Stupid, but second parents, whatever. So we knew Stupid, And then when we never knew what other kitty's name was. And so when my son saw him and he started coming over and partaking from across the street, my son just started calling him Other Kitty. And he was a snowshoe. If you look him up, if you don't know, he was a snowshoe. Other Kitty was. And those people moved. And of course, there wasn't Stupid or Other Kitty anymore. But literally one Christmas, we're looking outside and here comes Other Kitty down the road. And he comes to our house because we had been feeding them as a secondary feed source. And my son said, "Oh my gosh, that's Other Kitty." And he lived with us for many, many years after that. And my son had some behavioral issues. But when he got Other Kitty, that was his soulmate. I'm sorry. I may start crying. Other Kitty literally was his soulmate. I'll say that till the day I die. And he changed my son. He absolutely. My son was another person after Other Kitty came into our lives. And they were like two souls. They just lived together. And I think one of the hardest days of my life was when Other Kitty went to the Rainbow Bridge. And I hope one day we're all back together as a family. Sorry about that. That's why I didn't really want to get into it. Yes, Other Kitty was sent to our family for a reason. And some of the funny things that happened, I could go all day with funny things with Other Kitty. But one of my son's good friends was over here and they were playing, I don't know what they were playing at the time. It could be World of Warcraft. It could have been who knows what. I mean, that was the time frame. And all I heard was the friend from my son's room yelling, "You just got owned by a cat." Because evidently Other Kitty had jumped onto his computer and had killed somebody. And I just think that is what Other Kitty was. He was one of the guys. And, and AYS, I know you understand this because you have the Bark Street Boys. And, yeah, Kitty Justice, there you go. He got him. He owned him. But that was just one of the very, very funny stories about Other Kitty. Hopefully, throughout my time here, I will have other Kitty stories. No, it was a boy. It was a boy. And yeah. And unfortunately, he had been fixed because I would have loved to. He would have been one of the ones that I almost would have figured out how to get the money to have him cloned. Because that's how wonderful he was. So, anyway, but I love y'all, and I hope y'all had a lovely, lovely holiday season. And we're going to come up on the New Year's. Unfortunately, on New Year's Eve, I'm going to have a cap put on a tooth. Never have had that done before. Do not like dentists. But it's got to be what's got to be. And when I was paying for this lovely procedure, which is not cheap, I asked the office person, I said, "So do we get to have champagne before the procedure or after the procedure?" It's New Year's Eve. We need champagne, at least before or after. Y'all probably need it before y'all get to me, And I probably need it after. So, anyway, it is what it is. And I love y'all. And we will do this again soon. Talk to y'all later. Bye.